Greetings, welcome to Las Cruces, part number 9. You might be wondering where is the cinematic at this point. Don't worry, it's there, and I'm gonna save it for later on this same video. First I want to say the reason why I'm gonna save it for later on. So I personally think that showing the final product is too all of a sudden. It feels too abrupt. And I would like to show first the process of creation, and after that, maybe halfway through the video, once you get the idea, the general idea of where this is going and where this is coming from, I will show the cinematic so you can see the final product. And this is mainly because I don't want to spoil it, you know? I feel like showing the final, it works in some movies, and I'm not sure if it actually works in time lapses for cities skylines. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but if it works, maybe it's not in the way I would like it, because for this video in particular, as I did in the video where I made the whole low ping lake, you can see those times I made the cinematic after I finished the process of creation, and it worked really well. But on the latest videos, I've been showing the final, you know, I've been showing the final at the beginning, and you have no reference, no point of reference. You're just watching a cinematic, and I don't know, I feel like if I was the viewer, if I was watching this video, I would say, okay, cool cinematic, and so what? I don't know if I'm trying to, I don't know if I am making my point right, but it goes like that. So I really don't want to spoil things for the viewers, for you. So I'm gonna experiment, let's say, because I've been experimenting since the first video I uploaded, which the first ones were just a time lapse with music in the background, really relaxing music. And after that I experimented with more kind of like faster music, to say the least. And I also implemented this cinematics, and it's been working really well. I like the final result. But for this particular video, I really want to try this out. So it's gonna be like any other time-lapse video that I have been uploading, and the cinematic it's there, so do not fret. But for just for this one, so if you like it this way, if you feel like it's a good change, you can tell me in the comments. And if you don't agree with this change, you can also tell me, so I have an idea of what do you want to watch and how do you want to watch. I'm just trying to find my particular style, my structure that I like for my videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it for for the explanation. And now moving on, I got the radioactive desert. This is a mod made by Bloody Penguin. If you play Cities Skylines, you know Bloody Penguin. He's an awesome modder. And what this mod basically does is that it gets rid of these ugly autumn looking trees that usually take this look when they are at the shorelines or in a polluted ground. So in the case of palm trees, the palm trees actually look like they are dead and is not very eye pleasant. It's not really aesthetic. So with this mod, the green trees will be green and we won't have to worry about the dead trees anymore. And this is thanks to the person who commented, who made this suggestion. I didn't want to get another mods because I don't want to have these surprise of the game or the city not loading anymore. But when I installed the mod, yeah, it wasn't that great of a deal. It just got rid of the polluted trees, to say that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now back on the time-lapse topic, as you may remember, there used to be a roundabout over this place, and I got rid of it. I deleted everything, demolished all the things that were on the way, and I was thinking what to do in this side, and by the time I started trying to figure out what to build in this place for the traffic, I made my first try. It didn't go well. I tried to make a regular interchange and it didn't go well because, as you might have seen, there's a lot of entrances and exits, and it's really difficult to coordinate that for just a single interchange. So I figured that a regular interchange wouldn't be enough. So on my second try, I tried the just putting ramps that go directly towards the entrances and from the exits to the highway, and I got the idea of what I wanted to do, and I tried to make it more compact, a more compact version of it. Because the second try, the result, I was disappointed by it. I didn't really like it. It was looking way too ugly, way too spaghetti-ish, and so this is actually my third try. I spent in total around 4 hours trying to figure out which was the best way to deal with this thing in particular, and I came up with this crazy solution, which you might have seen in other videos. This kind of spaghettis are inevitable. They will always be there for us. Now this interchange, if you can call it like that, I would call it the monster spaghetti monster. In this case, it was built precisely for this area because it's a very kind of heavy of industrial. What started with a small industrial complex ended up being a decent sized industrial area, and I wasn't really expecting that. but it ended up like that. So I guess things happen, and I wasn't planning on having this industrial over here. I just wanted to have a really small complex, and then I got these other small complex on the other side. And then I thought it would be a good idea if I kind of link this and that with another one in the middle, and I thought it would be cool to see that, to make that. But yeah, the highway wasn't really prepared for this kind of traffic. So all of these roads that you see on the highway they have the ability to come and go to every exit and entrance they want pretty easily. There might be one or two that I forgot or I missed, but I will fix that off camera once I got the time to do it. And if I do it, I'll tell you in the real-time gameplay, where I explain things a little bit more relaxed, because all of this is pretty much a big time lapse. All of this video, it's gonna be actually a time lapse, except for the cinematic, which I think right now would be a good idea to show it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the cinematic, and I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. I hope you enjoyed the cinematic. I hope you enjoyed the final product. And this half of the video, it's like I said at the beginning, it's gonna be more about detailing, and in this case it's more about landscaping, more specifically xeriscaping. Xeriscaping is more focused on using tough plants that can live with little water and little to no maintenance in the human side. So these plants can be put over here and they can stay pretty much untouched for about, I don't know, maybe a few months, and until then they require a little bit of maintenance, but not too much. So they are pretty cheap to maintain, and I figured this would be ideal for this kind of decoration, plant decoration, because it's an industrial zone, and the industrial areas, they don't care they don't really care about the plants and parks or green areas. They are all about the jungle, the concrete jungle and stuff like that. So I decided to go ahead and try doing a big scale landscape. Here you can see that I was placing some lantanas. These plants are actually from Africa, and they were imported into the Americas not so long ago, and they actually look great on real life. They are pretty colorful. There can be a lot of different kinds of colors: white, yellow. I'm not sure if they are red. I don't think so, but I've seen white and yellow and some other colors that I can't remember, but they look great, and they are pretty much used for give texture to the ground. But in this case, on the game, they don't look that great, so I decided to get rid of them, and instead I was using these cobblestone decals. And since xeriscaping is all about using different kinds of textures and colors, I thought it would be a good idea to use cobblestone to fill up some areas that otherwise would look really empty and pretty lifeless. So I was experimenting with these decals. I had them before, but I literally forgot that I had them, so this is actually the first time I use decals in the game. Yeah, I tend to forget things like this. But I also downloaded these palm trees. These are called canary palm trees, and they actually look better than the old ones that I was using previously, because they don't have this vibrant green on them. They look more like a green that you would see on a heat and on a hot environment. I forgot the word, but you get me. So yeah, this is the kind of greens, that shades of green that you will see in a very arid area. So I placed them, and there's many trees that I would like to use, but they are not in the workshop. I don't think I have seen a palo verde or mesquite, and these trees that I'm placing here, these are actually the ones that look more alike these trees that I just mentioned. And I think overall it's looking good. It doesn't look the way I would like it. If I had a lot more plants for a desertic landscape, and not necessarily cactus or succulentas, because people tends to think that desertic plants are just boring and cactus, and it's really not like that. There's a lot of things, a lot of plants you can choose for your desertic garden, desertic themed garden, and there's a lot of choice, a lot of greens, a lot of colorful plants, and I think I'm repeating myself on this, but the xeriscaping, it's quite a lot of fun to do. I used to do this for my projects when I was working at a residential development. I forgot the name for English, but it's a kind of office that it's in charge of designing the residential developments. So I used to do this kind of parks, cityscaping themed parks, so good times. So we're close to the end of this, and I will switch to the real-time gameplay so I can explain things a little bit better. Alright, so we have here the result of this crazy interchange. So you can see this road comes from here and it extends a branch that goes directly into the cargo station, and it also has a branch that goes over here to these facilities, and it goes directly into this other complex. And pretty much all of these roads have the same pattern. They all have branches that go through different places over here and directly into the areas they want to go. And I also did a little bit of lane changing over here so the traffic can flow smoother, because it was making kind of a bottleneck over here for the cars that wanted to make a turn over here, so they have to go this way. And everything else is still untouched. So I also changed this landscape a little bit. I added some rocks and got rid of these trees, the evergreens, for some palm trees, and I think I will do the same on this area as well, off camera, but I'll show you once it's done. So that is pretty much it. The railroad network. That's the word. That is the word. It's still a work in progress, and this is actually just the beginning. And I will concentrate on this on the next videos. So I want to extend this railroad to go over here and then over there and somewhere over here, which is going to be another industrial area. And that is pretty much it. I also want to make a train station, a big one over here, so some things will be moved in the process, but it's part of the game. And thanks again for watching, for subscribing, and for supporting. I will see you next time, and I will leave you with a view of the flow.